Tonight is my first night working as a charge nurse, my new position, and it is absolutely horrible. It is the worst night I have had ever since I've decided to do this travel nursing contract. So where I'm at the SNF, normally they hire a lot of LPNs, a lot of med techs or CMEs, certified medical assistants. So they help the nurses pass medications. Normally you would have one CNA or CMA, you would have one med tech, maybe two, and like 3 to 4 CNAs, nursing assistant. However, like tonight, there is no med techs, there is 2 CNAs, and I'm the only nurse. It's very challenging because now I'm responsible for, again, 63 patients. So don't get me wrong, I would never ever give you guys advice as to take any unsafe assignment. Don't get me wrong when I say I'm able to do it, which is why I'm doing it. If it were unsafe, if it was super sick, super critical, like really sick patients within the facility, I would not be here. So I want you guys to understand that. Do not jeopardize your license, especially the license that I know I worked hard for. You guys saw my journey. Most of you know my journey. I failed my boards. Like, I'm not playing with this license. I worked really hard for this, and I'm never ever gonna jeopardize that. So I know I'm able to handle it, but should I handle it is the question. And it's not a matter of shortage. If we didn't have nurses, fine, I would understand. It's more of a matter of calling out. Most of the LPNs here, everybody has their life, but they like just don't show up. And it's kind of like disheartening, which again, I'm never blaming the staff or the person. I know what it's like to be a nurse. Unfortunately, like admin could be challenging at times. They want us to complete certain things, which as nurses we get it, that's your job. But at the end of the day, most administration in the hospital or nursing home, they don't really consider what the nurses have to do or go through before they add more things on, if that makes sense. And one thing I remember mentioning at the ICU I work at is like, hey, you're the unit director, you should be going around and checking in on your staff. You should be going around and look what we have to go through, get a situational awareness so you know that, hey, it's not that our nurses are not doing this, it's more of a matter of situational awareness, no short staff. A nurse is triple. For my example right now, I'm the only nurse taking care of 63 patients. Yet still, I have a lot of paperwork, a lot of charting and things that I need to do within the scope of a SNF, a skilled nursing facility. But I'm not gonna lie, being a charge nurse on my first shift and it's going south with like no resources or anything, that really sucks. I'm gonna do the job because full disclosure, I negotiate my contract. Most of you saw that I posted on Instagram that I'm getting 38 a week. On top of that, on nights and situations like these, I do negotiate an extra $300 to $500 more flat for my shift with probably an extra $10 an hour. So right now I'm getting 50 an hour. With everything else that I negotiated, brought that up to $3,800 a week with my housing stipend and everything. And then for each shift, so let's say tomorrow is like this, that's an extra $500 I'm getting. If Sunday is like this, that's an extra $500 I'm getting. So a night like these, I negotiated like, hey, if I am down one nurse or if I'm down a CNA, I would like to get this compensation. You are paying me to do the job of 2 nurses because obviously one didn't show up and it's within your budget to pay for 2 nurses because you're supposed to have 2 nurses at nights. And really put those facts when you're talking to leadership, your travel agency, whoever it is, really lay out the facts. Let them know, paint the full picture of what it's like working and negotiate this is to tell you guys negotiate. Negotiate, negotiate, negotiate. You will never know if you remain silent, and you have a 50-50 chance if you ask. Most of the times, they'll probably lean in and say yes, especially if it's a private facility and stuff like that. They will pay you. If it's like a government run or like a hospital, forget about that. Like, forget about that. That goes to their bonuses. But I really just want to let you guys know that, yeah, my first shift as a charge nurse is horrible. But I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.